Hi everyone, and welcome to the latest installment in Applied Marketing Sciences Insights for Innovation Coffee Break webinar series. Today's presentation is entitled, What's It Worth to You? How Conjoint Analysis Reveals Underlying Preferences. My name is Patty Yanes. I'm a Senior Manager at Applied Marketing Science, and I'll be your host and presenter for today's webinar. I've been with AMS for over 5 years, and during that time have worked on a wide range of conjoint analysis projects for consumer and B2B clients, as well as aided our litigation survey experts in conjoint analysis for patent infringement and class action cases. I'm also joined today by Audrey Tripp. Audrey is a senior analyst at AMS, and she'll help to make sure the session runs smoothly and will assist with questions at the end. Hi, Audrey. We call our series Coffee Break Webinars because the purpose of each webinar is to provide a short presentation highlighting key topics related to innovation and insights. These presentations are not comprehensive, but instead touch upon key points we believe are important to successful innovation. Just so everyone knows, all microphones, except ours of course, are on mute to minimize noise so everyone can hear, but we'll take questions at the end, and I'd encourage you to submit questions by typing them in the chat window on the right side of your screen. We're recording the session as well, and we'll provide the recording to all participants after the session. With that, let's begin. So during today's webinar, we'll get a brief introduction to conjoint analysis and how it can work for you and your company. We'll review some best practices for conjoint analysis and discuss why conjoint analysis is the best statistical method for determining the features and pricing structure for your product or service. So as market researchers, we like for our clients to think about any number of important factors when designing a new product. We want them to think about customer needs, performance specifications, and ideal positioning for specific markets. Despite all this, though, we know that at the end of the day, what our clients really want to know is how much will the customer pay for this? It's a fair question, and unfortunately, it never has an easy answer. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just go to the customer directly and ask, what features should we include in our product? What is each feature worth to you? Our obliging customers would say, yes, include this feature. It's worth $7.99 to me, but don't include that one. I wouldn't really pay for it. Your company really needs to know these sorts of answers because you can't afford to include absolutely every possible feature into a new product, and you don't want to leave out ones that are crucial. You want to charge a reasonable price to your customers and get a big share of the market. The big problem is really that people can't or won't tell you the answers to these pricing questions. You know the saying, there's no such thing as a stupid question? Well, asking a potential customer, how much are you willing to pay for this, actually is a stupid question. Why? Because people have every motivation to lowball their answer. Plus, they may simply just not know until the time comes to buy. Think about the often painful situation of buying a car. If a dealer came out and said, what would you pay for this car? Are you ever going to actually give the MSRP for the car? Never. If you're like me, you'll just lowball, you'll give the lowest possible number, assuming that the dealer will charge much more than that in the end. Asking for the value of a component of a product is just as difficult, if not more so. Yet the fact remains that you do need to know what people would be willing to pay for individual product features. Today we'll talk about the best way to find this out. Talk is cheap. It's what people do in a purchasing situation that shows us how they really feel. The best way to determine the value of different product features is not to ask people straight out, but rather to infer their values from the choices and trade-offs that they make in a shopping exercise. Some companies may have the opportunity of launching their new products in test markets and systematically varying the prices and features of the products according to an experimental design. But there are some downfalls to this. It takes too long, it costs too much, it tips the company's hand to competitors, and it's often liable to interference from competitors. A faster, more secure, and economical way to do this is with a simulated shopping experience, in this case using conjoint analysis, and more particularly through a choice model, which is a type of conjoint analysis. By observing the choices and trade-offs customers make, we can estimate the value for each product feature, as well as its importance in motivating purchase. So many of you may be asking the obvious question, what is conjoint analysis and how does it work? Well, conjoint analysis is a survey technique and model used to measure preference for products and services. I know this might seem basic for some of you, but its name comes from considered jointly, because it almost always involves a comparison of one product with another. It's also the most frequently used type of marketing model, and it's been around for more than 40 years.